Yeah,
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Backward Sports Podcast. It is the 18th of February, and we just had ourselves one hell of a Super Bowl weekend. Had a Joe Burrow over there thinking he was going to have himself a nice win and got it snatched out from under him just by a hair. But, Donald Hair over there, that mane on his back, old Lions coming over from the Stafford. Big, huge game from Stafford, man, even though he still threw the 2 picks. But like I said, count it and won. Cooper Kupp for MVP. Hell of a call. But then we also have the NBA side with all that action going into this All-Star break. It's going to be wild with the dunk competition and the three-point. Luke Kennard out there. We hear those Pistons repping.
Old school.
Yeah, seriously, dude. He was on fire, though, last night, if I want to be honest. He was absolutely
He's been having a good year.
So many threes, too. You just wish some other people would be able to dish it around. But they had a hell of a night, dude. They absolutely blew out the Rockets. And we'll kick it over here next, though, first, just to kick it off and not get too far in, is the local sports. Yeah, nothing over there in that, 6-time champion side. But I guess we can kick it over to McGee with the Celtics.
Yeah, it's quiet over there, the Patriots. Now they don't have Brady, huh?
Yeah. Keep it moving. You moving.
Yeah, with the Celtics, man, talk about a hot streak. They had 9 in a row.
Yeah.
So they were playing the best basketball of anybody until they had to face the Detroit Pistons in their own home court, their own TD Garden.
That was a rough one to say the least.
But the Celtics were on a second of a back-to-back, and they played very hard the night before. So Detroit fought the entire time. It was very back and forth. Celtics ended up giving up, and they were up by 8 with 4 minutes left in the game, and they ended up giving up a good shot to Jeremy Grant with about 5 seconds left, leaving Tatum.
That was a hell of a shot.
Not enough time for Tatum to make his basket. Tatum had another missed game winner.
Yeah, for sure,
on
man.
The season.
They played a hell of a game, though, dude.
It was a good game.
Yeah.
Very physical. The refs let everything go.
Yep.
It was great to watch.
I like to see those games here and there because it's not many of them anymore. But I was watching that Philly game last night over there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, that was a pretty good one against the Bucks.
Oh, yeah.
For a while, I honestly thought the Bucks were going to make that comeback. But, Joel Embiid doing his dirty work, dude.
Yeah.
Doing his dirty work, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, another 40-piece, something like that.
Yeah, no.
Close to 50, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. Yeah, like 47,
45 plus. Yeah,
I forget.
Yeah, Giannis had like 20, 30. 30 something.
Yeah, and we'll kick it over next though to the Bruins, man. They came into the week doing pretty hot. Not so hot, but pretty decent anyway. And then they got the dub against Ottawa, but then lost against New York last night. So things happen as they may, but It's the Bruins, man. I think they just lost their big goalie, and I don't know, morale around that team and everything, I feel like it's just kind of a little bit funky right now, to say the least. Goal scorers are all right, but that defense and everything, it's just tough to hold up, the guy between the pipes when he's there every night and not just as a reliever. So we'll kick it lastly, though, in this local sports. I don't want to forget to mention a big comeback last night by a guy of the name of Kaz Grala from Worcester, Mass. He had a hell of a debut in NASCAR's duels last night for the Daytona 500. I think he was a lap down for a while actually there, and it's only a 26-lapper. So he wasn't doing too hot in the beginning, but came back and made enough passes just to make it into the tourney. So we'll see how he gets running in the 500, but I'll wish him luck up here, being a local man.
And he had best lap, right?
He had one of the fastest laps making the comeback. So, I mean, that's pretty crazy. And he had to have a lot of consistent ones to even get back to the pack. Because, to be honest, when you're racing at the Daytona 500, if you're not in, line with everybody and you're out of it, you're not catching the wind, everyone else is, they're going so much faster because of the dynamics and stuff. So it's just like a hard thing to catch up that way. But I won't talk too much on it because we don't want to get too much crammed in. But Chase Elliott, if you want to pick him. But we'll get next over here into our NFL segment and talk a little about, before we get into this Super Bowl and how absolutely wild that was, a little snoozy for a bit, but came out looking just perfect in the end. The NFL award ceremony, though, dude. First thing I got to say is Goodell, please don't sing ever again. That was awful.
Goodell is creepy.
It was
the whole night.
I was literally saying it's like Biden creepy. I'm like, it's just weird. But all that whole kid thing, I was like, that's just creepy as hell.
It's
But
very creepy.
he wants hugs, so I guess he's got to get the hugs.
He's
He
on
does
the
it at
hugs.
draft day too, so I understand. He's just a hugs kind of guy.
Yeah, but to talk about it,
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
shake hands, bro.
Yeah,
I'll go
be a man.
But besides all that weird and craziness there, the other thing I was thinking of is Aaron Rodgers gets the MVP again. It's not that he shouldn't get it, but I just feel like this year with the way quarterbacks played and they didn't have like the most godly numbers, should I say? There should have been a guy to be able to sneak in that was out of position. And I think we all know who I'm talking about, and that's Cooper Kupp.
I thought you were going to actually say
JT?
Yeah, JT.
I mean, JT, I would, if he lasted, I can't even say the first round. They would have had to go 2 rounds in the playoffs, I think, for him to be able to realistically have a chance. Because you have to show in the playoffs that you can, put up and make that serious difference, that you can bring a playoff win, for your team. Or not solely, should I say, because no one does it truly, but you know what I mean. So it's more one of those things where if they had made it a round or 2, more possible. But they didn't even make the playoffs at the end of the day, even though they made such a hard run in the end. And was it like 10 straight at one point or something like that, or 9?
I think 9.
Yeah, they had a wicked run there at the end, the Colts did. But then to lose to the Jets.
And even his record of consecutive games with the touchdown.
Yeah, it was like 11
That's
or 12.
That's 11, at least 11.
Yeah, I think it was 11 or 12.
So I would have liked to see him get it if it wasn't for Rodgers. Rodgers had a great season with even like a pretty, not like a bad cast, but I mean he dealt with a lot of injuries and COVID and stuff.
Yeah, it's one of those years.
But he had pretty good statistical season. But like it would be great. Like I want to see a non-quarterback get MVP.
Yeah.
At it's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
And besides that, it's just like I said, it's one of those years where it wasn't like he had great numbers, and I'm gonna be very honest, I know exactly why they chose it. You look at the stats, it was 16 games played, 366 completions on 531 attempts, 69%. Where was it there? 4,000 yards, 4,115 yards, 7.7 average, 257 per game. And here's the real difference right here. 37 touchdowns, so that's pretty damn good. I will not shy away about it. But it's not the godly close to 50. No. 4 picks. That's where he separates himself.
No, that's a beautiful percentage.
The year Tom Brady was a unanimous MVP, he had like 2 picks. So I think that's exactly where it weighed in the end was that. I mean, and 30 sacks. That's not that much.
Yeah, there's also something interesting with Rodgers this past season. He led the NFL in passer rating, touchdown percentage, and interception percentage. Yeah. And that's only happened 5 times in NFL history where someone had led all three of those categories. Yeah. And including Brady won the years he won MVP.
Yeah. It was
so like that goes kind of with what you're saying with the touchdowns to interceptions ratio.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, I just think the picks really weighed because I was looking at them like, all blah, blah, not godly. And I was like, but the pick record, like 4 picks in a whole season, that's pretty godly if you ask me. Like that is.
So that's about.
That's a separator right there.
That's about. Sorry, I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't even know where I'm going here. Sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing.
I thought you were going for some percentage of stat muse.
I was looking at the wrong thing.
Muse. But yeah, no, I mean, I just thought it was a funny thing. Cooper Kupp really, I think, deserved it this year. He was that guy, and especially he literally won MVP of the Super Bowl. Like that dude, like I know it's the night before or whatever, a couple nights before, but like this dude was primed to have that kind of position and get there and really propel the team there. I'm not to say Matt Stafford with the rest of the cast couldn't do it, but without Cooper Kupp, like that's basically half of your offense. He gets 100 yards, 12 games, 13 games this year, something like that. Like,
so I think probably something that factors into why he wouldn't get it is because of the volume. Like if he's half their offense, like obviously he's gonna have more.
I guess, but how you become half the offense when you're a receiver compared to being
I know what you're saying.
Half the offense because you're the one throwing the ball to wherever he goes. Like I don't know. That's just crazy to me that he didn't have like a better shot at that. Like I don't know. I just think he should have had it. Salty fan over here, though, of a guy that's not even on a team.
Sounds like you lost the bet, Hollis.
No, actually, I didn't. I didn't
Okay.
place it.
That's
I
good.
did place the Super Bowl one,
Yeah,
though, and
yeah.
that one smacked. So
Yeah.
I'm good with that. But we don't want to talk too much on them, but we do want to talk a little bit about over there on the other side of the ball with, we do want to talk a little bit about him, but Joe Burrow and the boys and going back to their domeless practice facility, that area. Yeah, how's that going to be? You think they're going to be back anytime soon?
It's gonna be hard to say. Yeah, I mean, once they lost Super Bowl, I told you, I'm like, this was their best shot, I think, at winning it this season.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Unless they
was.
unless they can somehow draft an excellent O line.
They really need a tight end. That's what I think they need. Like they definitely need line, but they need a tight end too. If there's anyone out of those positions and a corner,
I think
they definitely need another corner for depth.
Eli.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that Eli's that bad, but he should be more the guy jamming up in the middle.
He could be replaced.
He should be a Darius Slay early in his career. What's his name there? Mills too now. Like that guy that just jams the middle and can get into any passing lane.
Mm-hmm.
He's good at that. Don't leave him on the outside where he's going to get exposed.
Like on 4th and 1 in the end zone of the Super Bowl.
Yep. Yep. It happens to us all, though. One or time or another in our career it'll happen. So we don't want to rag him too much. And also, how do you feel as well to jumping it back over here to Junior over here on the Beckham side? How do you feel about that injury, dude?
Well, that stinks because he deals with injuries all the time.
Oh yeah.
So he's pretty injury prone. But
that's a tough one. Non-contact.
Yeah, and like I said, I've been back and forth on my take on OBJ. I think I mostly don't like him because he was a Giant at one point. I'm an Eagles fan, but I'm happy for him. I mean, you saw how emotional he was when he got that, and then him and Vaughn both having their kids born. Well, I don't know when OBJ's came out, but
yeah, no, I don't know. And then Van Jefferson too.
Yeah. I said
his was literally right after the game. That was like crazy. He's like running out like into the locker room.
Yeah, I saw he got there with like 3 hours to spare, I think.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's sweet though. You don't get those opportunities much in life, so you don't want to miss that.
But with OBJ, he had those cleats on with the diamonds.
Oh yeah,
he's coming out with swag.
There you go.
Didn't last too long, but I think if he stayed in the game.
I did see those actually. Those are sweet cleats.
If he stayed in the game, dude. And if Cooper won Super Bowl MVP, OBJ might have because he had a touchdown, 2 receptions, and 50 or 60 yards.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I mean, that was in a half.
He could have ran away with it.
Not even
honestly.
a half. That was like the first quarter, wasn't it?
Yeah, he could have ran away with that, honestly.
If he had another, he could have had a touchdown. He probably had 2 before half, I bet.
No, I mean, it was a hell of a game, dude. Honestly, I'll be honest, though. The one thing I was kind of upset about was over there on the Bengals side, man. They seem to be really complacent with the ball. Like, I mean, in the end of the day, Joe Burrow had a great game. He still had over 100 rating and everything. Like, he played really well. But it just seemed like they were just not aggressive enough, really. And especially early. Like, everyone was just so complacent. And I know it's like jitters and stuff. You don't want to get too firing too quick and, have bad stuff happen. But I don't know. It was rough.
I'd go back to the old line. Like, even like the 4th and 1, you see like, Chase was open. Like, there's a few guys open, but it's like he had no time he literally had no time to throw it.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you go back, who was the guy that could have drafted instead of Chase? The Peenwell, what's his name?
Oh, P. Ryan, you're talking about? Oh, wait, drafted?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know who you're talking about.
Peenwell, I think is an offensive lineman they could have had.
Yeah, the dude in the Lions. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sewell.
Sewell. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
so,
good.
I mean, they could have had him, and there's like a meme going around, like, if we have Sewell and like anybody instead of Chase, like we'd still get here, or if we had Chase and anybody's an O-line, we'd still be here. And you could go either way. It's just a meme.
Chase
but
was
at the end of the day,
too.
Chase was their offense definitely.
Yeah.
And
that's crazy
they probably wouldn't go back on changing that, but it just goes to show, like, man, if they just can buy this guy another second, imagine how much better he could be with his buddy.
Their thought was, we can't pair him with another better receiver possibly. Let's get him first.
His old teammate, right?
Next year we get the offensive lineman we want. We can spare a year with
they made the right choice in my opinion.
Yeah, like they should be able to be fine. I mean, so timely that it happened in the Super Bowl where he gets hit and twists his ankle or whatever it was, knee, or it was his knee grabbed, but it was all twisting around the bottom because of it getting caught in the turf.
Mm-hmm.
Man, turf monster, that shit's real, and people make jokes about it, but it's a serious thing, dude. Those things are taking more ACLs and all that, like all those knee injuries, ankle injuries. They need to go back to grass, bro. Grass on dirt.
Yeah, real grass.
Seriously.
No more turf.
Everyone should be like Arizona there with the rolling field.
Speaking of Arizona, I'm talking about this little Kyler Murray drama.
Yeah,
so he unfollowed he deleted all of his stuff except for like a couple posts. And then the Cardinals thought it'd be a good idea to like troll him, kind of, and like they deleted all their stuff but kept like 2 pictures of him.
It was the same 2 pictures.
The same 2 pictures.
Yeah, it was like ridiculous.
I think that was a bad move on the Cardinals because like he's clearly not in like a good state to like joke around right now.
Yeah, no, not at all.
And you kind of just trolled him.
You don't think so unless he's playing and then he's like, oh, you play with him back, but like
unless they're in communication. But it sounds like because some of the reports are saying like, oh, he feels like he's getting put the playoff loss blame on him, and then it sounds like the Cardinals are retaliating. They're like, well, I mean, you're not playing great. That's kind of what it's, and I guess there was one report saying, oh, he kind of comes off arrogant kind of type of deal.
I mean, but I don't know. It's a fine line. Some people, when they lead, they come off with more of like an arrogancy than like a leadership, like true leadership role of like, showing the path and stuff and creating it for other people. That's, I think, why there's some people that separate themselves, not even just in championships, but just in relationships through the teams they're on, or, people that pass through their team if they're on one. And they always come through and everyone's saying they're great, they're great, they're great. As opposed to some are like, oh, that guy's a great guy, but maybe they connected better with him than the other person. So it's all up to chance, I guess. But I don't know. You're always told you're the best guy since whenever, so sometimes people get a big head too.
Do you think Kyler is going to be returning to the Cardinals? Is he going to go sign with the A's and play some baseball for a little bit?
It's way too early to call that. And honestly, I don't even think he wants. Like, I wouldn't say doesn't want to play baseball because I don't know him, nothing like that. But I just feel like he's in football, man. Like, I feel like he wants that Super Bowl, honestly. Like, and it's hard to be like, I want a Super Bowl, and then you turn around and you're like, I want a World Series. Like, I don't know. To me, like, it's just not the same thing. I mean, it's obviously a totally different sport, but it's just not winning the same thing. Like, I don't know. Usually people have one dream or the other. It's not like I want to win unless you're like Deion Sanders or some shit.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, you never know what's going through his mind. Like you said, like it's a fine line between like confidence and arrogance and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a real fine line between that. And some people, no matter what, even if you're one way, they'll still think you're the other. So.
And you never know something can happen because, just even thinking back to my old Eagles days with Carson. I mean,
exactly.
Coming up is 2017. He's before his injury, probably going to win MVP. Very good leader. All this, and then right before Hurts gets drafted, there's all this report saying, "Oh, he's kind of arrogant and his ego's kind of gone in the way now." Blah blah. You don't know if it's true or not.
No, you don't.
And now with Wentz, I mean, he didn't have a half bad season this year. I mean, granted, I wouldn't be paying him $30 million, but now the Colts are saying, "Hey, we'll trade him. We're going to waive him by the 19th or something,
like
or
that,
even a few days or before the guaranteed money hits. We're going to waive him." I thought that was kind of shocking to see Wentz get waived, and now they're saying maybe. I know Jay was talking. He said he saw something about going to the Steelers, and I know there's probably things going on. Have you heard anything about Wentz or have any opinions on him?
Dude, I mean, I haven't heard anything about it or seen much besides what you guys have seen, really. And I don't know, like, to be honest, if I'm looking at Carson Wentz, dude, like, he would fit a Steelers mold. And I know Jay is all up on getting Pickett in the draft here, but let's be honest, they are at pick 20-something, so they only have so much play room, dude.
You might as well get a QB next year in the draft.
Yeah, it's more of a get a QB next year, hope a guy separates himself and is that guy for you. Pickett definitely looks like he could be a quarterback for Pittsburgh, like a typical guy that could come in and do that job, but Carson Wentz is as well. And there's other guys that fit that mold as well, dude.
But Wentz isn't getting younger, though.
Huh?
If they're trying to get younger, I don't know if they want to go for Wentz. But at quarterback,
but if you need at least a couple years or like a year and a half, bridge year kind of thing. Like, he's not a bad option. And if you run the ball like the Steelers like to run the ball and power everything, that could work pretty well. Honestly,
you can RPO with them. all
He
the time.
could, yeah, he could. Like they could do a lot with him. Honestly, he isn't like a slow quarterback either. He's an athlete,
Yeah,
really.
he still gets his body moving around.
Yeah, and he doesn't mind throwing himself into people or
Yeah,
taking
he's a
sacks or
tank. I
anything.
mean, he's like 6'5". No,
Yeah,
I
he
don't know how
is
tall he is, but
massive, dude. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
pretty sure he's like 6'5".
yeah, I
or
think he is
something. He's
6'5".
huge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
a big
tank.
dude.
Yeah,
That's for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think he also connected well with the Colts too. Like, I think he's good with a
Frank
lot of
Reich.
those guys, and especially Frank Reich. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's a
Like,
key thing. I
yeah.
think that's why you ended up at the Colts.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's 100% the reason why. There's no other question. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's just how I see it. Like, I think Steelers could be an option for him, but at the same time, there's just a lot going on.
You know who needs a backup?
Who?
Doug Peterson over in Jacksonville.
Oh man,
Come
do you think he'd
on.
be taking a backup role, or you think he's
No,
still a starter?
not at this point. I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, I don't think he would either.
But then that's kind of when his ego came into question. Not saying
Exactly.
one way or another. I'm saying it's when it came into question.
True. That's true. But yeah, I don't want to stick too far on that though. But with everything going on, man, we have the draft coming up in I think it was 10 weeks we were talking about
Yeah,
before.
10 weeks from yesterday.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
yesterday. Yeah. So we got a little stretch here and some quiet time, but once it comes back around, man, I think with the draft coming up and everything, some teams are gonna get some guys that are definitely gonna have some first year success. Because I feel like nowadays the transition's so much easier with the college game not being so much different. Because it just used to be a hell of a lot different. Like I know it's still different to its own right, but and there is some backwoods, conferences where they play some weird football, but or old style, should I say? But
It's supposed to be
yeah,
a very defensive draft.
yeah, no, it is, and that's why I'm happy because we have seen a lot of offense for a long time, dude. So it's nice to see a little switch up. Maybe see some more special teamers up there.
I don't know about that.
You go into like the fourth round, possibly.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah,
Eagles
and,
own this draft.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see. I know first round talent right now is over there in Boston College is Zion Johnson. I think he's a right tackle, I believe, out of BC. So see him go. He's been projected later in the first round, so it'll probably be first or second, I would assume. But can't wait to see him go. And then Alec Lindstrom over there, Chris's younger brother, as well, the center coming out of BC.
Yep.
I'm not exactly sure where I saw him before, so I won't comment on it, but he's somewhere in the middle of the draft, I think, as of now. So, yeah, hopefully see him get drafted to a nice place.
Family ties.
Yeah, exactly. Family ties, throwing them all out, doing what we do. And want to also get over here talking about family ties. Guys, basically family at this point. Not really. But mentioned him so many goddamn times on the show. We're going to get over to our Beast of the Week here. And we're going to have to wrap it up on this year. I talk about him all the time. Like I said, he's family because he just had such an amazing Super Bowl. He had such an amazing season, the MVP, doing everything he did. And that's Cooper Kupp over here for our NFL, not AFC, not NFC. He's the NFL because it's just one game, so we ain't going to pick another side. For the Beast of the Week, baby, he went 8 for 92 for 11 and a half for the average. That's 2 touchdowns and a 22 reception on the longest, having the game-winning touchdown with, just a little bit of time left. So Joey Burrow over there didn't have time to get it off. And, yeah, man, he just had a hell of a goddamn game and an amazing season. Like I said, sucks he wasn't MVP. But that's Cooper Kupp, baby, for Beast of the Week. So that's what I got. Next, we're going to get over here, though, to a little thing that Dan likes to take on over, and that's the NBA side. So, what do you got for us, bro?
Well, we're going to move over to the NBA, like Hollis said. We're going to start off with a couple of records that the NBA has recently had broken.
Oh, really? What are those, bro?
Well, LeBron James has broken Kareem's record for most all-time points in an NBA career. So that's
Regular
pretty
and postseason?
Right, yeah, that's including regular season and postseason. Yeah. It's actually interesting. Kareem still has the record for most regular season points. LeBron has just scored a ton more postseason points than Kareem has.
Yeah.
So LeBron actually has combined the most.
Yeah.
But just regular season, he's still second.
Yeah.
So he'll get that eventually.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But, I mean, to me, all-time points is greater than just regular season points. You know,
yeah, it's true.
like
I mean,
I don't
it's
know.
your overall everything.
Yeah,
So
every single point you scored in the NBA history,
yeah,
you've
exactly.
scored the most points in NBA history.
Yeah.
But
So you got.
but just because it's not the regular season,
Yeah.
no one cares. Like once he breaks the regular season like record, then everyone's gonna be like, oh, he broke the record. But like,
yeah.
but then he'll have shattered the all-time points, like everything included.
Yeah, they should have a tracker
couple
when he
thousand.
passed like now, and then have it for like wherever he hits the other one, and like how many points in between.
Yeah,
that'd be cool to see.
It'd be like 7,000.
Stat Muse, get on it.
It'll be a lot.
Yeah, right, for real.
Another guy that's playing hot, DeMar DeRozan. He broke Wilt the Stilts record. Wilt had 6 consecutive games of 35 points a game, shooting 50%. And DeMar broke that and stretched it out to a 7-game streak heading into the All-Star break. So after the All-Star break, he'll be able to try to extend that even more.
Yeah,
35 a game, shooting 50%. Had a pretty good clip. He is at a plus 3,000 MVP odds. Pretty good temptation just sitting there.
Actually, wait. I hold on. Let this thing load. I think it updated, if I'm not mistaken, bro. I think.
I was about to take a.
I mean,
$100 going to $3,000. That's something that's just sitting there, like because like you said before, we were talking. If it's not one of those favorites,
plus
2,500 now.
24.
Almost 24.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So his odds actually decreased. So his chances actually went up to win it.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you place?
I took him at 3,000.
At 3,000, nice. 3,000. Good. Yep. Perfect. There, that's working out for you. Now when Joel gets his typical All-Star break injury.
Yep.
We'll see Jokic maybe go Giannis. Who knows?
I mean, Jokic, dude. Like, I know the Nuggets had a nice win.
I don't think Jokic should get it. I don't know why he's 1 and 2 like throughout the season. I don't get it.
I don't get it because he can't even shoot free throws consistently.
I mean, it's like the passing, but like I think Embiid is just on a whole nother level. Like,
oh yeah, dude, Embiid has showed such consistency.
I think Embiid might get unanimous. Honestly, if he keeps this up.
If he does,
I
can't see him not getting hurt at some point. He just he plays from what he plays an older style, rough. Like, I'm gonna slam into you. We're gonna make contacts to get over it. And sometimes there's a guy eventually that gives him enough contact back, or one of those crazy plays happen where he gets hurt. So
we also got to see how he plays with Harden. Like
that too. We don't know how it's gonna balance out with that. That's how I've been saying it the entire time about why I took DeMar. Talking to you before was. I took DeMar what it was because that exactly the whole mesh relationship. I mean, Harden hasn't even played yet, so like I'm sitting here like, it's been 3 games. He's been sitting there.
He'll be back after the All-Star break. I'm sure he'll start then.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll start then. But it's just like, dude, come on, just get on the court. Like, you don't need to build up this like whole thing. You're wasting games. Like, I don't know. I just look at it as a fan. Like, come on, just like play. But he's not on my team, so at the end of the day, I don't give a rat's ass. But yeah, what were you on there?
With Harden and Embiid. Yeah, we don't know how well they're going to play together, and and like we said, Joel can get injured like he typically does. But and they could clash. They could also do really, really well. They could both be dominant. Like they're a lot better pair than like Westbrook and LeBron. Like that when that trade happened, it's like these are the same freaking players. Better. Exactly. Yeah, they don't like complement each other perfectly because like Harden's like super like he's not like a pick and roll kind of guy really. He's more really ISO.
Yeah, but just the ability to
they kind of both are. But like
you always talk about Joker with his passing. Like I think Embiid has some damn good passing too. So
definitely.
I think he's definitely going to be able to, especially just draw people down in the paint. Honestly, just be able like even like if he gets decent at like throwing it over his back or anything wild, dude, I think he could literally just like kick it over to Harden at any level and boom. If Harden's still hitting shots like he was before. Before all these ghostly injuries and all this shit that's going on and, flowing out of the crap and creeks of, New York City and Brooklyn there. But
he can kick him out the first seed.
We'll see. Yeah.
They can really crank it up if they get going after the All-Star break, especially with the Bulls getting injured. I mean, the Heat are also playing. Heat have been playing 1 seed the last like 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, they definitely have been.
Flip-flopping 1 through 3, but they're at 1 right now. Chicago's at 2. And so the Heat are playing really good.
Yeah, dude, they are.
You're definitely 1 seed if you look at the standings right now.
Yeah, they're definitely the 1 seed. If you check it,
they're definitely the first.
Yeah,
I mean they're tied, but like we said earlier, they're tied with the Bulls for first. So the Bulls are technically second if we're to end, and the Heat have a tiebreaker because they have a better divisional record, a better conference record, and they have almost double the point differential between Chicago and the Heat themselves. So going into the All-Star break, pretty good, pretty tight Eastern Conference shakeup. Even with the Celtics, that 9-game streak really helped them a lot.
Yeah, like the East, honestly, the Celtics have been playing pretty well going into the break. So I hate to keep knocking them, but we'll see how they come out of it, and I hope they can play more consistent basketball like they have been. But it, like always says, it's on Jaylen Brown there.
Yeah, and the West is like more kind of set. It's still kind of close, but like more towards like the play-in tournament. Like the Lakers might get bounced. Like the Pelicans, how with CJ, I forget who I was talking to, if it was you or Jay or whatever.
Yeah,
but someone about CJ. I'm like, dude, he's gonna go off. Like he just with the Pelicans. Like he's a good player. Yeah. Well, last night he was like 7 for 10 from downtown. He had like 25, 30 points. Yeah. And I was
they came back in a hell of a fashion almost.
Yeah, and
very close.
We know Zion's getting an injury. We don't know if he's gonna play again or if he's gonna be the next Greg Oden or whatever. But I mean, they have a good roster. Yeah. But I mean, they have Ingram, Zion, CJ now, Devontae Graham.
Yep.
Like, and Valanciunas, right? Or is it Steven Adams, one of Valanciunas, right? Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been playing really good.
Yeah, no, like they have a solid team, but I don't know. We'll see, man. Like it's such a shakeup right now in there, and everybody's real tight, like really, really tight in there.
Yeah. Staying in the West, though, one more record that is about to be broken after the All-Star break. Greg Popovich, man that deserves it. He is 3 games away from breaking the all-time wins record. I think he already has like percentage, but for all-time wins, he's just 2 away from tying, 1 away from winning. And I think that third game, I believe, is against the Heat in Miami. So who knows if the Spurs can win 3 in a row after the break? But
maybe they have been playing. They play consistently, honestly. Like, and if they win, it's no different formula than when they lose. Like, obviously, every team has like a bad game here and there, but most of their games are tight games right down to the wire. Yeah. Like they're playing pretty hard ball. So
yeah, they always are. Under Pop, you gotta be. Yeah, if you're caught slacking, you're not on the team anymore.
Yeah, exactly, dude. For real, man. That's just how it goes.
And if you fake an injury, we're trading you to Toronto.
Yeah, for real, right?
You and Danny Green both.
Even if it works out.
Yeah, right. Even if you win a ring, we don't want it. You already won us one.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, but actually, something that's interesting that is local.
Yep.
A Connecticut homeowner recently saw online that a Michael Jordan debut ticket from his rookie year, MJ's first game.
Yep.
He saw his ticket had sold at an auction on eBay for $264,000.
Damn.
Yeah.
So that's pretty sweet.
So this guy saw that he sold. So he said, "Whoa, you know what? I actually went to that game, and I think I have an extra ticket." So he went to his basement, he dug around, and he found an old box called Mike's Memories that was handwritten on it. And he searched it, found a couple Red Sox, stubs, a couple Cubs stubs also.
Yep.
And then at the very bottom, he found an extra ticket of the debut game. He bought 2 tickets that day, one to go in, and he kept the one in his pocket, and he left it in there ever since. And so he said when he found it, he said, if I was going to sell this, I'd probably put it up there for $500. But I saw this guy sold his for $264,000. So he put his up on eBay, and it's up there now for its starting bid is $250,000. So he said, I'm going to put my kids through college for this one to sell. So he's putting the money to good use. But
there you go.
It's pretty cool. So hold on to your tickets, guys, for especially these generational talents. I mean, it's just the first game MJ played in, you just had a ticket for it.
Yep.
And, he's making tons of money. So, dude. I mean, you never know what's going to be worth something someday.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it is MJ. I mean, coming in from college, like,
Yeah, they knew he was going to be.
He wasn't even that, he was obviously good. But,
they knew he was going to be something, like a name at least in the league. But, yeah, I mean, to separate yourself like cool. He did from everyone and to be in that GOAT debate all the time is, it's something.
Yeah.
He's just otherworldly, dude.
Yeah, so obviously that's one of those guys up there for the GOAT debate. But, I mean, even any generational talent or any, I'm sure, KD, someone of that caliber, any superstar, is not going to be worth anywhere close to that. But, you'll still get a couple grand.
Yeah,
for these kind of guys. If you are good at scouting, you're talking about, so you could fit somewhere. I mean, look at these guys and hold on to these tickets or, any kind of memorabilia because you never know
Yeah,
People
no.
will buy crazy stuff for anything sports related.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. It's pretty wild, dude. Every game I ever went to, I always kept those tickets. Everybody, I don't know. It's just like that keepsake thing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is what I went to. This is what I did. Or you got like a. If you didn't, have your ticket, at least you had like a one of the programs or something. Like buy one of those or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Always get something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Well, we'll move back into the modern day NBA and talk about what kind of needs to be going on for some teams to finish out the season. And we're looking at the buyout market.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the Sixers earlier, and we're talking about how like they gave up Seth Curry and a couple shooters and all that.
Yeah.
And oh my god, I think the Sixers need to look in the buyout market. But one guy, I don't know if he'll be going to the Sixers, but one guy has probably the biggest name in the buyout market is Goran Dragic.
Yeah.
And he's drawing interest from the Lakers, the Nets, the Bucks, the Warriors, the Bulls, and the Clippers. So mostly title contenders, because the Spurs just bought him out. So there's like a high IQ veteran guard, do a little bit of everything, probably come off the bench. I think he could. I think he'll be a huge boost to someone that signs him. Do you see him going anywhere? Do you want him to go anywhere? Do you like see him play with someone specifically, maybe, or?
I mean, I definitely think the 76ers need someone to be a true point. So,
Mm.
I mean, I like Maxey. He looks like he looks the part and everything. He's, energetic and everything. But Dragic I definitely think Dragic could be a second team guy if he's not first.
Yeah.
And just be a good role guy and more or less just kind of keep a steady offense, control it steadily and not be like a absolutely wild, like, young point guard that's going to ruin, a championship roster possibly.
Mm.
So I could see that more or less happening than anything. But even the Warriors, dude, like he would, I think he would fit well in the Warriors.
Yeah, definitely the Warriors. Like off the bench, like
not even a question.
I
That's like anyone that goes there basically. If you have any sort of talent and like. I wouldn't say talent. If you have any sort of IQ of how to play in the league, because all these leagues you have to like know how to play well with people and stuff, and just in general the flow of the games are different to extents. I don't know. He's just been as consistent anywhere he's gone, so I think he's a guy the Warriors just taking, and
he's really smart.
Yeah, he could be like that spark, Steve Kerr like.
Yeah, I mean, like all these teams that we just talked about, I think he'd fit really well. And I mean, aside from the Lakers, I think they might be favorites to get him, honestly, if you look it up. But
yeah,
I mean, like the Nets, like I think the Nets would be a perfect fit for him out of all those teams. But then, like the Warriors, the Bucks, the Bulls, like the Clippers. I mean, Reggie Jackson's having a heck of a season again. Yeah. But like all those teams, so I would really, really like him on the Nets. I think he would be the best fit there.
Yeah, no, he would be pretty good in the Nets too. It's no lie. And dude, if they had him, it's not give them the trophy, but just their roster right now, if they can mesh and come out of the break, if they can just start winning consistently, and because I don't know, they're fluctuating so much here and there just because of all the injuries injuries they have. I don't even know what it is at this point. It's kind of like a joke to me, and I can understand why Harden was kind of like, fuck this, I'm out of here.
Was it 9 straight they lost? 10 straight?
Yeah, which I don't know. I feel like it's like we talked about in like the chat the other night. I was saying like it's hard to fall into 9-win streak. Talking about the Celtics, but it's not very hard to fall into 9 straight losses. Like, that's so easy. You can just sit there. You can just play complacent ball. You can miss shots because you're feeling lazy. Like that's not hard to do, and to do that, and then
it's easier to get out of that than it is to get into a 9-game win streak.
Yeah, but in general, though, to even bring it to complacency by just everybody playing and like having like a decent balance, line there where you regain at least two, like that's what they need, and they seem to be fine for the most part. But just I don't know, it's just those injuries, dude.
Yeah, and it's like. Yeah, I wasn't bought into it. Everyone's freaking out about them like losing 9 straight. Like it's like KD's not playing, Kyrie's not playing, Ben Simmons is not playing.
Yeah.
Like you got Patty Mills and Seth Curry out there shooting threes. Like what else you got going for you?
Yeah, no, you don't.
Like I'm not worried about it. Like I was talking to our boy Gavin today, and I was just like,
I
was like, honestly, they might end up in like the middle seed, but like they're gonna be a force. Like Ben Simmons is gonna be playing.
No, definitely.
KD's gonna be playing. Kyrie's been playing away games
super well with them. Like we said, the beginning of like this NBA season, I said bring him to the Nets. Like he's gonna be a beast there. I didn't know it was gonna take Harden for that. I mean, sure it would have taken one of the high profile guys, but
no one wants Kyrie.
Yeah,
I'd rather have Harden than Kyrie.
A head case.
I'd rather have Simmons than Kyrie at this point.
Yeah, right.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Simmons comes back right after All Star break. I think that'd be
Yeah.
great if he did. I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah, no,
I
it
think it'd
would
be
be.
pretty cool if it did. I don't want to get my hopes up, but
But that's
like,
what
why
it's like.
not?
It's like what's holding you up?
Yeah, why not?
Like
Just do it.
what?
Cool,
I
your
don't even
mental
know why
health
he's
thing. We're
not
not trying to
playing.
shrug off your mental health thing. Like, do it. Deal if that's like for real. Like,
Oh, it is a health thing though. Is that what it is?
well,
What is it?
he at first said he wasn't playing, he was sitting out because
Yeah.
he was dealing with mental health issues because
Oh,
of
okay, yeah,
how
his
Philly
mental
treated
health thing.
him.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why.
So like,
Okay, I thought you were talking about something
so like,
different.
no one's trying to like, and so people are like, dude, get over it, and like that. Not like
Yeah.
if you're actually dealing with mental health issues, like you're getting help, good for you.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, like you're kind of using it as an excuse.
Like I don't know what to say at this point though, because you show up to games like you're there. There's like, why can't you step on the court?
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. Like, are you afraid to literally go on the court and miss another layup? Are you afraid of failing at one point? Because
Getting
guess
booed.
what? Even the best guy, Michael Jordan, like his basic quote, dude, is about
Yeah.
failing. Like you're gonna fail every time, basically. But you have to practice it. Like it's all
make your free
part of it.
throws.
Yeah, dude, make your free throws. Like it's a part of everything, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just I don't want to call it soft, but it's hard not to at this point. Like it's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't catch up too much on that Simmons action because he's been
Yeah, it's
all
enough
over
of Simmons.
all
Yeah,
season.
we're done
man.
with Simmons at this point until he comes
Done.
back
We're
and
done
starts
with it.
killing us. But talk about some other teams that have sucked. We're talking about the Knicks. They have
Oh, shit.
they have only won 3 of their last 16 games, including blowing a 28-point lead against those Nets. So it's safe to say some things never change. New
Yeah.
York. But then on the other
Hearts
side,
are dying hard.
yep. On the other side of basketball, we have the Suns, who have won 18 of their last 19 games. The one loss came to Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks, and Devin Booker. I think he led the team in scoring in probably 15 or 14 out of those 18 wins.
Yeah.
So he's been going off. But
yeah, no, he's been doing really well lately, playing pretty consistent ball, man. And it's kind of one of those things where, you know, he'll never. I don't think he even has a shot to sneak his way into like an MVP conversation because I think him and Paul are always locked there, like kind of too much together. But you know, he's playing a lot more consistent. And if this year they could finally make a run and get that thing finished off, that would look pretty sweet.
Yeah,
honestly, but I won't call it like I did last year because it all looked so sweet until the end of the trail, and then it came burning down like the Bengals.
Yeah. Well, we still got a while to go.
Yeah.
We got about probably 25 games after this All-Star break.
Yeah.
Speaking of the All-Star break, coming up tonight, we have the Celebrity All-Star game that's starting up. But believe before that, we're going to have the Rising Stars tournament. So it's usually what this is like the 12 on 12 rookies versus sophomores.
Yep.
But this year they switched it up to like the 4 teams of like 8, and then there's like 1 G Leaguer.
Okay, cool.
So we actually have the list now because we didn't have it last time. So there's 4 teams. There's one with Team Isaiah with Isaiah Thomas.
Yep.
Team Barry. There's Team Gary Payton and Team James Worthy. So with Team Isaiah, there's Precious Achua from the Raptors.
Yep.
Desmond Bain with the Grizzlies.
Okay.
Sadiq Bey from the Detroit Pistons. Ant-Man Anthony Edwards. Tyrese Halliburton. Jaden Hardy from the G League. And Isaiah Stewart from the Pistons.
Okay.
So it's not a bad team. They are actually favorites to win at a plus of 170. Not my personal choice, but going over to Team Barry at a plus 260, the second favorites. They have Cade Cunningham, the Detroit Pistons first overall. Dyson Daniels, a G Leaguer from the Ignite. Evan Mobley, arguably Rookie of the Year from the Cavs.
Yep.
Isaac Okoro, another big man, big name from the Cavaliers. Teammates right there.
Yep.
We got Houston Rocket, Alperen Sengun.
Yep.
And the Rockets' young man, Jashawn Tate. And then the Magic rookie, another top 5 rookie, Frank Wagner.
Dude, I think Team Barry is pretty stacked, to be honest.
Team Barry, that's my favorite. Team Barry is stacked.
I'm just saying that, to be honest, because if you look at it, like, they have a lot of players that have played together. So that just the gel between that might really be
2
like
Cavs, 2 Rockets. And then you got Cade, Mobley, and Wagner, and these
Cade is just like a 5-tool guy.
Those are three guys that are picked in the top 5.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
Or I don't know if Wagner was top 5, but he's certainly playing like a top 5. And then like Deshaun Tate, Okoro, like these guys are really good. We'll move on to Team Gary Payton. They're at a plus 300, not too far behind Team Barry. They got guys like LaMelo Ball, Scotty Barnes, another top rookie candidate.
Okay.
Ayo Dosunmu from the Bulls, Jace's guy, a late pick, playing one of the best rookies though.
Yeah, he is playing really hot.
Mm-hmm. Chris Duarte, who just got to the Pacers, I think he was with the Thunder.
Yeah,
he's not going to be playing because he's injured right now. One of the G League Igniters, Scoot Henderson. We'll see him play.
Okay.
See how he got. I don't know who that is. But the Warriors, the cum bucket, Jonathan Kuminga. He's going to be the one replacing Duarte. So,
shit.
And then the Timberwolves, Jaden McDaniel, and then Davion Mitchell, the Kings pick from last year, who's actually this past season. He's really good.
Okay.
And then last up, we got Team James Worthy at a plus 350. They have Cole Anthony, the guy that's in the dunk contest for the Magic. They got a G League Igniter, Marjan Beauchamp. And they got one of Cowboy Kyle's favorites, Josh Giddey, the TikToker.
Yeah.
Josh Giddey, and then the number 2, Jalen Green from the Houston Rockets, also in the dunk contest. So we'll see if this Team Worthy gets a couple alley-oops in or something.
Yeah, right.
We'll move on. They got the Pelicans, Herbert Jones, the Sixers defensive beast, Tyrese Maxey, and then, of course, the high flyer again from the Magic, Jalen Suggs. So it seems like Team Worthy has all of the hops.
Dude, honest to God, I think Team Worthy has okay.
They might not win, but they have the best showcase.
Definitely best showcase, but I don't think I think they definitely could win, dude. Like, damn, like that's a huge roster right there.
I think Team Payton is underrated with LaMelo, Scotty, Ayo,
Maxey, and Suggs, and Cole Anthony, dude.
Let's just say the NBA is set for the next 25 years for talent.
Now? No.
But I mean, just look at these these names. Like these are the guys. These are handfuls of the guys that are going to be leading that are going to be the next faces of the NBA.
Yeah, I mean,
once our guys retire. If
I'm going to place though, I'd be placing Team Barry or Team Worthy.
I'd go.
I mean, I like Payton.
I think Worthy's going to give you the most.
But
I don't know if Worthy's going to win you it. I think Worthy, you're going to have the most fun watching. But hey, maybe that'll lead to a win. Play fun, get a win. I play fun and I got a win.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I don't see how Team Isaiah is first. I mean, like they got the more, the guys that have been playing in the league a little bit longer. Like, I mean, they got a lot more sophomores, I guess I could say. But
I don't know. I don't know. It's tough. It really is tough for me, dude. Because I
like Team Barry. I'll be a little biased, but I mean, not even just because they have Cade, because they have like those like 3.
They have other
rookies.
They have shooters around him, basically. So like he can do a lot by himself. So I think that's huge.
I think if Duarte was playing for Payton, I would even maybe put them above Team Barry because like LaMelo, Scotty, Ayo, and Duarte all together.
Yeah.
Like I know Kuminga's pretty good, but like those top 3 names are gonna be really good. Like Ayo slept on. Scotty is like amazing. LaMelo is just a highlight reel. And then, like we said, back to the Team Worthy, it's just the jumps, the trampoline team.
Yeah, no, seriously, dude. They have so much ups. It's ridiculous. It's just wild.
Yep. We can move over to the All-Star game, the Celebrity All-Star game, rather. This year we have the MVP odds. It's a little different because Kevin Hart is not going to be participating in it this year because he's won too many MVPs. I think he's won the 4 of them already, or 3 or 4 of them. Yeah,
damn.
He's won a ton. I know Bieber's won at least 1 or 2. This year, I don't have a list of everybody who's in it, but here are the top odds for the Celebrity All-Star MVP. We have Quavo at a plus 225. I know we talked to you like Myles Garrett at a plus 600.
Yep.
Chrisara Jackson, 850.
I don't think Myles Garrett doesn't know how to go hard, so that's an easy one.
Mm-hmm. We got Machine Gun Kelly at plus 1,400.
I heard he's a shooter.
Yeah, so. You know who? If I had to pick an underdog through all these, I mean, I picked maybe Myles Garrett just because of the name, and a plus 600 is pretty good odd. But I mean, Jack Harlow at a 22 plus 2,200. He's a name. well, these MVPs always kind of go randomly, and you never know who's going to go off. I can see like Jack Harlow could have a good shot. What if he puts up like 15 and gets like 5 boards? You gotta give it to him at that point.
True. How tall is he?
I don't know.
Is he decent size at least? I don't know.
I have no idea. I didn't look it up or anything.
Okay.
But I'm plus 22. I just feel like
Kane Brown.
I just feel like if you had to pick, like I'd pick him over Machine Gun Kelly. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What's he gonna do, bro?
I mean, if you're gonna pick him the same, you might as well just take Kane Brown as well, dude. You don't know. Music Man has a little spitfire to him. Who knows?
I think they did a good job putting Quavo as a good odds, but I think Myles Garrett, just because I think he might have a little bit more fan, maybe not more than Quavo, but it's up there. I think he'll get more hype.
Myles Garrett, dude. Like I said, I think he's gonna just absolutely go off.
Who's gonna stop him? Who's gonna? All right, never mind. I'm putting my life savings on Myles Garrett. If he plays 15 minutes, that's all he needs. You can let him just freaking Dwight Howard up the court, just take it coast to coast. Get out of my way.
He could get every bucket first.
If he wanted to, he could score every point.
He literally could.
He could 100% dunk the ball.
Rebound.
Yeah, every rebound.
Who the hell up there is going to jump?
Guard arm all the way up the court, dunk it.
Oh
no one's going to stop him. You're going to size him. You're going to post up defense. I don't care if you got Hall of Fame claps. No, you got post lockdown. I don't care.
Dude,
he got drops up Hall of Fame.
They should have balanced it out with a power lifter or some shit.
Yeah, who's guarding him? Tell me, Machine Gun Kelly's guarding Myles Garrett. I'll tell you who they should have put out here. They should have put Jackson Mahomes there, so he could get beat up on the other end by Myles Garrett.
Right. He's like, this is the only fixed matchup of the night. Ding ding.
You're guarding him.
Yeah, right.
If Pat Mahomes is coaching him, he said, "No, bro, you're going on Myles Garrett, and you're not coming to any more games either."
Yeah, for real. Breaking news out of the Mahomes camp.
Yeah, Mahomes actually did have a sit-down talk with his brother and fiance, saying at the end of the talk resulted in him asking them not to attend any more games of the upcoming season. So they are my Super Bowl favorites. So 50 weeks from now, you can come back to this tape and you can see I called it.
Wait. If we're going to make those predictions, but if we're going to go with Kansas City, we have to throw it out there. They make it all the way to the Super Bowl with them not being there. Do they get invited to the Super Bowl?
No way.
And if not, do they show up anyway?
No, they'll go undefeated and they're gonna go 19-0.
Exactly.
Or 20-0 now, whatever it is.
Right.
Extra week. I wouldn't invite him back, dude. No, if they made it to the Super Bowl without him, there's not a chance I'm inviting him. Not a chance. But you can watch it better from home.
Does that sound like, but then it leads to another question. Does that sound like family to you?
Does it sound like family to you to be making a huge distraction and acting the way you act? No. So whatever. Give it back.
I said that in the first place.
Exactly. So
yeah,
give it back.
I don't know. It's just wild to me.
You just got Rodgers.
You just got Rodgers. Roger Ray.
Your discount double check.
Take it to the bank.
But we'll keep it over here in the NBA. We're not done with the All-Star break. Because we're rolling into Saturday now. Starting with a 3-point contest. Now, the two guys, the guys I told you last week, my two favorites, Patty Mills and Luke Kennard, they were actually the favorites in the Vegas odds. Patty at a plus 500.
Luke Kennard was still down near the I think he was third or fourth to last, somewhere in the middle there. Anyway,
I just checked this morning.
Really?
Yeah. Unless we're maybe on different books.
Probably.
But from this, it's saying Patty at 500, Luke at 550. Then we got Fred VanVleet, which would be my third or fourth option. Then going Zach LaVine, Trae Young, Desmond Bane, CJ McCollum, the Pelican, and Karl Anthony Towns. Who's your favorite out of this list?
I mean, I'd say Zach LaVine just because he's such a hot shooter.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Luke Kennard and Patty Mills are really hard to not want to pick.
I mean, McCollum is plus 650. He just went 7 for 10.
But that's the one I was going to say. That's a value one for the most.
That's a value pick.
McCollum, dude, how in the heck is he even down that far? That's what I don't know.
He's
next to Karl Anthony Towns, the only big man on there.
Yeah,
How
and
the
I mean,
hell is that even possible?
I'd put CJ before Zach LaVine, maybe. I'd put him before Trey Young and Desmond
Yeah,
Bain.
I just know Zach LaVine. If he gets hot, he gets
He could
hot.
win it, definitely.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I feel like he could win it. But like
And
even like Trey Young, like he's streaky.
mm-hmm. I think Patty definitely is a good favorite, but
I mean, if it was my odds,
how
I'd
often do the
say
favorites win
Patty.
these things?
I'd say Patty, McCollum, and Kennard. Or no, actually, with how Kennard's playing right now, it could be Kennard at 1, but definitely those three in the top. That would be my top, and then Van Fleet.
I'd say I'd say
Going down. Honestly, that's how I would do it. And
I put
then
Kennard
Zach
1.
LaVine, Trey Young, Bain, Karl-Anthony Towns. That's how I would have done it.
Watch Kennard go out there and go 2 for 30. Like Kennard's gonna be hit or miss, bro. I swear he's gonna hit them all. He's gonna hit nothing.
Yeah,
but I do like
he's
Fred
been so
VanVleet.
hot lately. I don't know how he's not going to just go into it and kill it.
I'll put $1 on Desmond Bain not winning.
Yeah, basically, that's a solid to
or
me.
They're probably actually rather Cat, definitely Cat.
Yeah,
but to not win.
You don't think he could get hot?
No, he's probably not even gonna finish. He's probably gonna run out of time.
Yeah,
chugging all the way around the perimeter.
Yeah, there's people that just take forever. That's true.
Sometimes they don't pay attention, especially if they have to do an overtime type of thing.
Yeah.
Or when they get to if they have to do a tiebreaker.
Yep.
Then they'll have less time and kind of rush their shots at the end or something like that.
Yeah,
not fully aware. He could be known to be an idiot. So.
Yeah, true.
And we'll move over to the next challenge. Is the new format of the skills challenge. Remember the Taco Bell skills challenge where it used to be guards versus bigs. It used to be just guards, then it was guard versus bigs. They would have to do a couple passes, do a layup, and then do a 3-point shot, or whatever. So now they changed the format actually. So now it's going to be 3 teams of 3, all doing different things: shooting, passing, and relay.
Okay.
So they're going to be in 3 different rounds. So the first round is going to be shooting. So all 3 players from each team will individually get 30 seconds to shoot from 5 different spots. The more difficult shots being worth more points. And so the team that has the most collective points win the round. So then, and whoever wins that round is going to win 100 challenge points.
Okay.
So you make your shots, you win the round to get challenge points.
Yeah.
Then you go to the second round. Again, all 3 players individually. They're going to participate in passing to moving targets.
Yep.
So, the thing is, they're going to go back and forth,
hit
them. We see that all the time in football.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, whoever wins the most collective points gets another 100. Obviously, whoever has the most at the end. So those first 2 are worth 100 challenge points each.
All right. Cool.
The third round is actually worth 200 challenge points. So even if you lose the first 2 rounds, you can still take the lead with round 3 in the relay, which is this is going to basically resemble what the past format was. All players are going to be doing this in a timed relay. It's a 5-step relay. So step 1, you're going to do the outlet pass.
Yeah.
Then you're going to be dribbling through the pylons. Then you're going to make a short shot, a layup usually. Then you're going to go make a corner 3. And then you're going to go dribble to the opposite end and make another shot. Okay. So it's pretty similar. And the fastest team to do that is going to earn another 200. So really, if you don't win the first 2 rounds, if you don't win the first 3 rounds, but you win that last one, then you could still tie.
Damn.
So that will bring you to the final round, though, which is the half-court shot.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty much speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Which is, let's see, I think it's worth another 100 points. I'm not sure. Or that might be a whole separate thing. But for the skills challenge, like I said, it's going to be 3 teams of 3.
Yeah.
So the first team is Team Rooks.
Yeah.
A couple rookies. They have the best odds to win at a plus 160. It's Scotty Barnes, Cade Cunningham, and Josh Giddey.
Okay.
So 3 kind of versatile players. The next is Team Cavs, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, and Darius Garland.
Okay.
So a couple more big guys, but they got Garland there. And then lastly, at the least favorite odds at a plus 190 are the Antetokounmpo brothers. We got Giannis, Alex, and Thanasis. So maybe because they don't think they can pass too well.
Definitely a value pick for them.
Yeah, I mean, with I don't know. I wouldn't even pick them honestly
Yeah, I
because
don't
I
know.
think
It's tough.
passing, shooting. I mean, Giannis has gotten better, but like Thanasis and like Alex. Like I think he's
Yeah.
on the Raptors and Thanasis on the Bucks with Giannis. But
Or yeah, he's not on the Lakers anymore. I forget.
no, I don't. I think he's
Yeah,
on the Raptors now.
maybe he's on the Raptors. Yeah, I thought that's what it was.
Either way, I don't expect. I mean, it's going to be fun to watch them have fun together and all that. But
Yeah.
um, I think the Rooks would probably take that just because like Jared Allen and Mobley are just too big to. I think the speed. Like I mean, Cade Barnes and Giddy is
That's tough.
pretty. I mean, these guys are like between what 6'6" and 6'8", and like they can kind of do it all. So
Yeah.
I think they're pretty good favorites.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But
Team Cavs, though, who knows their whole team? So
yeah, they got the chemistry going for them already.
that's for sure.
So, but we'll move on to our favorite, the dunk contest.
Little Sprite dunk contest.
It's actually, I think it's AT&T or no, Mountain Dew. It's Mountain Dew now.
Mountain Dew
Yeah, it's
now?
Mountain Dew.
Oh,
I
it's
think
Mountain Dew?
most of
Okay.
it is Mountain Dew now. Yeah. So sorry about that, Adam Silver. But so Jalen Green is actually in the lead for the Vegas odds at a plus 135. Next to Obi Toppin at a plus 170, and Cole Anthony at 3 at a plus 325, and then at a plus 475, Juan Toscano Anderson. Honestly, just because I'm a Green hater, I would take Juan Toscano Anderson at a plus 475. It's like sometimes, no disrespect, but sometimes these no-namers end up winning. Sometimes they have the best top, sometimes they have the best creation.
Oh yeah,
Like
exactly.
with Obi, I know you like Obi a lot. I don't expect a lot of creativity out of him. I just like I think he's like more of like a. I think he's just like
tough. It's
who
tough.
knows?
I think he might honestly, but
I'll say that's between the leg like reverse type of thing. But like if I want to see like something new, I'll look at Jalen Green
yeah,
or like Juan Toscano.
yeah.
Like so, I liked him as like a value pick, I guess. But
Yeah,
then
definitely.
I would pick Jalen Green, I guess, as a favorite. I mean, I kind of like them all besides Obi. I don't know what that is about me though.
True.
Just a feeling I got, I guess. But hopefully it'll be a fun contest.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be a good one. Get some.
We'll see how they judge. I wonder who's going to be judging. I didn't even look to see who is judging it.
I don't know either.
Hopefully some good names.
Yeah, for real.
But
Dude.
we'll move over to the last event of the All-Star weekend is the All-Star game.
Hell yeah.
We just had the draft last week we talked about. Now we're going to be going over to the MVP odds. LeBron James is actually leading the way with the MVP odds at a plus 600, followed by Embiid, then Giannis. To me, I thought Giannis would get it. He's at a plus 650. Another guy I like, Jimmy Butler at a plus 4,000. Like at plus 4,000 is so high, and like there's a lot of better guys ahead of him. But I could see him just like dogging it out, having a great game, and like put up like 25 or something, like 5 and 6. Like I don't know, I could see Jimmy Butler dogging it out.
Sure.
A plus 4,000 value pick for me there.
Definitely.
A couple other good guys like Luka plus 1,200, Booker plus 14, DeRozan plus 2,000. Your boy.
Yeah, you know who I was thinking honestly that would be probably your best bet. That's not Giannis because he's just a tryhard every time because he has to. Morant, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Morant's a good with a plus 850. That's
Yeah.
not bad at all.
I don't see why LeBron. Like I get you put LeBron at one because he's LeBron, but like I feel like he's not even going to play that much like until like the late.
Yeah,
Like he'll play to start
LeBron,
and like
I'm sorry for you now because
his team is stacked too. The team LeBron is going to like destroy Team Durant.
yeah,
But
most definitely.
those are the odds. So that's going to wrap up the NBA segment, but not before we get to last week's Beast of the Week segment.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to check out the Eastern Conference. And we said before, you need to bet this man for MVP if you like taking risks because he's probably the favorite from the dude putting up 38, 6, and 5 on 60% shooting, 33% from deep, but 94 from the line. And his last 4 games totaling a plus 39. DeMar DeRozan is your NBA Eastern Conference Beast of the Week.
Hell yeah, dude.
Moving over to the West, on another level, this young guy, he's dropping 40 pieces whenever he wants, putting up 28 points in the first quarter. He scored 49 in his last 2 games, making his average over the last 4 42 points a night with 12 boards and 7 assists, shooting an elite 48 and 46 from the field and adding block to each game to his weekly resume. Luka Doncic is your Western Conference Beast of the Week.
Count it, and one. A hell of performances by those dudes.
Definitely.
Doncic, it's nice to see now that he doesn't have the unicorn. He didn't
Free-flowing.
have their unicorn around anyway, but now it's at least gone out of the way
Yep.
completely. So great job by him and DeMar. Just being DeMar this year. He's just doing what he's doing, man.
Consistently being good.
Hell yeah, absolutely, and it's why the Bulls are where they are, and nothing else short of it.
2 seed, not 1.
2 seed
Currently.
Yeah. 2 seed. Just to be absolutely positive. But we'll kick it over here next, though, and almost lastly here to our question of the week. Last week's we had with the Pro Bowl being a snooze fest. What was the new main event you guys would want to see? And McGee, what is the thought that you maybe had on that of a different event coming up or something you could think of possibly?
I don't know what you had in mind. I'd like to see dodgeball. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd also.
They've done the dodgeball recently, but
have they?
Yeah, they had it this year anyway. But that would be a cool main event. Make it like a big dodgeball thing and have like everybody. Yeah. It'd be like sweet because they only did it with so many people. So that would be a dope main event, and you have like a tournament with like teams.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool.
Yeah. What do you think?
Honestly, they've done like the kicker tic-tac-toe thing and everything, and it's not to I don't know, it's to say to shed light on some more guys, I guess, but to me, when they brought in a lot of ideas and then they've kicked them out for other ones, they should just kind of mash all of them into one big weekend and just, however, I guess you can make them into their own niches, stick them to different days the weekend or whatever, but do it that way. Next thing, don't have it in Vegas ever again. That's a good thing. And I don't know. The other thing I was realistically going to say was it'd be cool, I think, to have, maybe possibly a long snapping targets tournament. So long snappers, you have bring in 4 of the best guys or something like that. So it's something quick. It's something easy, but they still get to get, light shit on them because these dudes can snap so freaking good, and it's not showing enough, dude. Honestly, they do one motion and everyone thinks it's so simple. But,
something to showcase their talents.
Oh yeah, and their accuracy. If they had rings to go through, moving targets, bro. Moving targets might be a little tough, but at least rings to shoot through.
Yeah,
I no doubt they could do it.
That'd be cool.
Even kickers, if they made things more accuracy, especially the tic-tac-toe thing before, that was a great idea. They should definitely do again. Mm-hmm. And the kick returning, I think there should be some sort of element to having a kick returner because a lot of guys make a living at being a kick returner, and it's not to say they're Devin Hester or nothing, but there's guys that are pretty consistent at gaining yardage at least for their team to set up well. Mm-hmm. So highlight them a little more and show off their talent. And I don't know. We already throw in guys enough for however much we do. Guys that don't back out of the Pro Bowl. So why not just toss in an extra couple special teamers and stuff and do some random other events and fill it in really, I guess should I say. But I don't know. I like a lot of the other targets they have there, doing a lot of the passing game stuff and receiving ones and diving catches, stuff like that. Those are pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, the diving catches is my favorite.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites too. It's just tough to there's nothing that can compare to the game when they make them, but at the same time they make some absolutely wild catches landing up on those track mats there.
Oh yeah,
those are cool. But we won't stick too long, and we'll get to the next question though. This week's one, after this whole Super Bowl and the performance that was talked by so many, was it lip synced? Was it this? Was it that? Was Snoop smoking on stage or was he not? Because that was a total hit on Vegas where they had
it was behind stage,
or understage, wherever the hell that was, before the show, not even during the show. So that just sucked. But if that was the question, if that's how they worded
it, spoke on stage. He did.
It would have been 100% yes to everybody. There wasn't even a question. But with all those other things being said, this week's question of the week is going to be, what would your perfect halftime performance be? That being, pick 3 artists. They don't even have to be the same genre. Just pick whatever 3 you like the best or you believe would, just be the best on stage chemistry-wise. So let us know because we think that's a pretty good question. We want to maybe see a fresh and I mean real fresh stage up there next year.
And this,
I liked it this year. It was
yeah,
definitely good.
I was gonna say this might have been my favorite of all time that I've
It was
seen.
definitely a good one. I liked it, despite what anyone said or wanted to say, negative, positive, whatever. Eminem, great. All of them good. And
Mm-hmm.
oh man, 50 hanging in there.
Oh yeah,
Hanging five.
upside down. Great
on.
entrance.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. Honestly, I liked it. I went back and rewatched it because we missed a little bit out there in the pool room, but it was a good time though, man. It was a good time. I liked it. But other than that, man, that's basically it for all of us here on the show for the 18th February on Friday. This hot old day out here, finally getting some nice weather in between all the winds and everything going wild with the rain. So that's it for us, baby. Y'all take it easy, and we're out.
Yep.